We're here at PAX West with Demetrious Johnson, aka Mighty Mouse, and we were around today just exhibiting a bit, demoed some games. You guys are going to check some of that out. Figured we'd just have a little general conversation about the streaming community, video games in general, what your take is on some stuff, and then just kind of just shoot the shit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Sounds good. Let's do it.
How long have you been streaming for?
So I've been streaming for going on my second year. October 10th of this year, 2017, will be 2 years for me.
You remember the exact time?
Absolutely. I remember
awesome.
when I got my first subscription, my subscription button. And streaming's been going awesome. I've been able to build a community around something I'm very passionate about, which is video games.
Totally.
And it's been going very well, and I'm looking forward to see what the future's going to bring for me.
Did you play video games growing up? Like, I'm curious, because I feel like martial arts and video games don't necessarily go hand in hand all the time.
Yeah.
How did, like, with your childhood when you were growing up, were you like at the dojo and then like going home and playing video games, or like did you pick up one after the other, or?
Yeah, for me, coming from a very poor background, from a single parent, 3 kids, a little house, we would go outside and play, manhunt, play tag, play kick the can, play basketball, do all types of athletic things. When it was time to come home, I would just sit at home with my brother and my sister, and then we would play video games. And one of the main games we played was Super Street Fighter 2 for Super Nintendo. So it was a form of entertainment for myself. That way it was cheap, and you spend $50 and you get countless of hours out of that one game. And that's how I got involved with video games. What got me involved in mixed martial arts was when I was 18, I saw The Ultimate Fighter, and I saw how they're working out and they're training, and I was like, you know what, I want to try this. Not necessarily beating anybody up or hurt somebody, but just for the pure fact of learning how to do martial arts.
You didn't start practicing martial arts until you were 18?
Yeah, until I was 18. After I got out of high school.
And you're how old now?
I'm 31.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I've been playing video games longer than I've been in mixed martial arts.
Seasoned vet.
Yeah, but that's why, my story is a little unique to where, a lot of people, when they look at gamers, they see guys who are fat, overweight, or just a stereotype. No social skills. They're pretty intelligent, but they're not very good at socializing or being able to talk. So for me to be out there playing tag or whatever I was doing when I was a kid, and then playing video games, people would just always blink their eyes like, "What the hell? You play video games? The hell?"
What's your setup? Like, what's your streaming setup? What do you use?
My streaming setup, I shot it to Origin PC. I use 2 Origin PCs, dual PC setup. 1 PC for gaming, has a NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti in it, making NVIDIA GeForce experience. And then my second other PC is also another Origin, has a 980 Ti Titan in it, NVIDIA. And so that was just purely for streaming, and the one on the right is purely for gaming. And then I have a Yamaha NGX 10X soundboard, and then I have 3, I believe, X Predator monitors. Pay for that on my own. And then, then I have an N1 Rode NT microphone.
Wait, did you say what cam you use?
Logitech C920, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's like the go-to.
Yeah, I agree. You'd think they would have a higher. I mean, it's actually a really good high quality camera.
1080p, right?
Yeah, 1080p, so it's legit.
Would you mind going over again, like, how you got into streaming in the first place?
Absolutely. Yeah. So how I got into streaming was I had my first kid, Tyron, and I was sitting there rocking in bed at night, and I was on my phone, and I was just bored, and I was on the internet, and somebody, I can't remember who it was, they were like, "Dude, you can watch people play video games online." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, you watch any guy playing any type of video game you want." And I was like, "Okay, sure." One of my favorite games growing up was Mega Man X, so I went on Twitch, and I saw Caleb Hart, like a little bodybuilder kid, playing Mega Man X. I was like, "Play Mega Man X." So I started watching him. I was like, it brought back memories of me playing it when I was a kid, and the next thing you know, I got my PlayStation, I think it was 4, and I was just sitting there, and I had you can stream on Twitch.
Right.
So I just started streaming on Twitch. I was playing Final Fantasy 14 when I was born, half-assed naked in my underwear and Adidas, and the next thing you know, I got two people in there just talking to me, then 3, And then I kept on streaming, and next thing you know, 4. And at first, I was against it because I was like, I don't need somebody to tell me how to play video games, because video games is my escape from life, where I can go to a different universe and do whatever I want to do. I can't do in real life.
In your underwear.
In my underwear. And the next thing you know, my wife goes, no, babe, look at this as an opportunity for you to interact with your fans on a different platform. Because when it comes to mixed martial arts, I just like go and fight. I'm hardcore. So it worked out perfect. I started streaming, and then Twitch got with me. They hooked up the Origin PC. And, now when I'm streaming, I typically have a steady, depending on the time of the day, I usually have a steady 150 people if it's at the prime time. Sometimes 275 people, and it's one of the best things. It helped me build a brand. It gave me the opportunity to meet you guys and build this content with you guys. Do a lot of B-roll here, and it's awesome building the community out of something out of passion.
Yeah. And it's so cool that you're it's like multifaceted, You have the martial arts side of things, and then you have the gaming side of things. As soon as you retire from the UFC, you can very easily just transition into becoming a full-time streamer.
Yeah, I hope so. I can be successful. That's one of the things that a lot of people that they don't realize. Like when you're streaming, it's always about networking and helping you build other people's communities, because it's a free market. Obviously, everything is competitive. I always enjoy help people build their community as well, because I want to make sure that you get what you want out of Twitch.
Yeah.
I want to make sure if I'm not providing something from my channel, hopefully I can help you, guide you somewhere where you're going to find a channel that you actually can enjoy.
What's your schedule like?
How do you find time?
Yeah, because that's one thing that a lot of people, a big complaint or a big problem that a lot of people face is we just don't have time. Because if you want to create a solid channel, you have to be consistent with it. And the number one excuse we tend to hear is, oh, I don't have time, I can't come up with a consistent schedule because I've got work and kids and all that stuff. But I feel like you must have one of the most ridiculous schedules.
You have work, you have kids, you have a wife, you have a family, and you manage to stream 4 times a week?
Yeah, 4 times a week. Yeah, it's all about micromanaging your priorities. Obviously, first thing comes first is training, then my wife and kids, and then whatever time is left, I dedicate it to video games, because it's me building my brand. So for me, my typical schedule on Mondays, I'll wake up in the morning, get the kids, eat breakfast with them. They'll leave. I'll go to the gym at 10. Training starts at 11. 11 to 1:30 is training. Then after 1:30 to 5 o'clock, I have all this time to do whatever I want. So I have a office set up in Kirkland. I'll go there. I'll stream for about 3 hours. Play PUBG. Play something on my laptop. And then after that, I'll go back to the gym from 5 to 7. I'm training. And then after 7 o'clock, I head home. I get home around 7:45, 8 o'clock. Kids are in bed. Me and the wife hang out. And let's say she goes to bed immediately because she's usually getting up with the kids. So we'll have dinner together, hang out, spend time, watch a show. And she'll go to bed. Then I have from 9 to 11 to do what I want. I can sit to watch TV, Game of Thrones is off, Ballers is only on Sunday, Dragon Ball Super when it comes on Saturday night. So there's literally nothing on the TV right now that's interesting me. So I put another 2 hours. Double down on another stream. So right there's 5 hours of streaming.
That's awesome.
So then Tuesdays almost kind of like the same schedule, but I'm doing the same thing, and that's kind of how I do it. I try to get the time in when the kids are sleeping, and I always stream from my home office, because that's where I have all the powerful machines.
Yeah.
You hear that? No more excuses. You have no more excuses you can make anymore.
Have you ever competed it?
I have. I've competed in H1Z1 Invitational.
Yeah?
H1Z1 Invitational TwitchCon 2016. Awesome experience. 2 rounds. It's probably the most intense video game playing I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it. I can't wait to be able to do it again. I want to get in a PUBG Invitational. I just truly enjoy the competition of the first-person shooter or third-person shooter.